Ever feel like you're on call 24/7 for your interior design clients? Like you're a doctor on emergency call out or something, but instead of saving lives, you're fielding texts about scatter cushions or wallpaper choices at 9 p.m. on a Sunday evening? Well, if that's the case, then you're certainly not alone. Being too available for your clients isn't just exhausting, it can actually sabotage your business and make you a less effective designer. In this video, I'm breaking down how you can set professional boundaries with those clients who expect that round-the-clock access so that you can protect your time, deliver better work, and actually have a life outside of interior design. So if you've ever found yourself answering client calls during family dinner or responding to quick questions that turn into hour-long design debates, then this video is going to change how you run your business. I'm Kate Hatherall, and here at the Interior Designers Hub, we teach people how to get qualified as interior designers and then how to set up, grow and run their own successful interior design businesses. Now, most designers think that being available whenever clients need them is just good part of good customer service. But here's the problem with that. When you're constantly interrupted by one client's every passing thought, you can't give your full attention to your other projects. If you're juggling multiple clients and concurrent projects, then those constant interruptions make it nearly impossible to do your best work for anyone. You're switching between different design schemes, different budgets, different personalities all day long, and that mental switching is exhausting. But of course, it's not just about work either. When clients feel that they can reach you anytime, it cuts into your family time too and your personal time, and it actually affects your mental health. And before you know it, you're feeling burnt out, resentful, and wondering why you got into this business in the first place. Can you relate? But also, here's what's really interesting. Being too available actually makes the problem worse. When clients know that they can reach you instantly, especially those who tend to ruminate or overthink things, you know the ones, they're going to run every single last thought past you. Every doubt, every what if, every random idea that pops into their head at 10 p.m. all of a sudden becomes your problem to solve immediately. I had a designer tell me that her client was messaging her photos of different light fixtures from the shop while she was there shopping, asking for instant approval on each one. Now, that's not collaboration, that's dependency, and honestly, it's not healthy for anyone. So how do we fix this? Well, I've created a simple 3-part framework that's going to change everything. And if you can implement this framework in your business, then honestly, you're going to get your sanity back fast. So the first thing to do is to establish your boundaries clearly from the very beginning. So I'm talking right at that initial consultation, those first meetings with your clients. Now, this isn't something that you spring on them halfway through a project when you're already feeling frustrated. You need to outline your working hours, your preferred methods of contact, and crucially, your response times. So are you available Monday to Friday 9 to 5? Do you prefer email over phone calls? Will you respond during 24 hours during business days, or is it more like 48 hours? So whatever it is that works for you, make it crystal clear. Secondly, put these boundaries into your contract too. This isn't just a casual conversation, it's a professional agreement. So be sure to include a section about communication expectations, response times, and what constitutes emergency contact versus routine questions. And within your contract too, and here's the important bit, make sure that you outline your policy for design changes and revisions too. So if they want to go back and forth over a design, or they want to completely change the direction after you've already done the work, then that's scope creep, and it goes outside the boundaries of what was agreed and what they've paid for initially too. All right, so thirdly, and this is where most designers really struggle, once you've set out those boundaries, then you must enforce them. And honestly, it's easier said than done. But really, having those things written down means absolutely nothing if you then cave at the moment a client pushes back on you. So if you say you don't work weekends, don't respond to weekend messages, even if they seem urgent. If you've outlined your revisions policy, make sure that you do actually charge for those additional changes beyond what was originally agreed. If you said that it's 24 hours for responses, then just pause and wait a little bit before replying. Now, of course, you don't want to unnecessarily delay things for your client, but answering queries immediately trains your client that you are there on tap for them, and actually it sets up that expectation that they're going to get immediate responses which isn't helpful when you're knee-deep on site managing trades and deliveries on another project. I know it feels difficult because we want to be friendly and approachable, but honestly, there's a massive difference between being professional and available during business hours versus being on call for every random thought that crosses your client's mind. So let's talk about how to actually implement this in your business. So when you're explaining your boundaries to a new client, frame it positively. So instead of saying something like, I don't work evenings, try and say something like, well, I maintain focused business hours so that I can give your project my full attention during the day. So here's some specific language you can use. Oh, I find that when I'm fully present during our scheduled work time, I can give you a much better service than if I'm constantly switching between different projects and clients throughout the day. I want to give you my bespoke time. Do you see the difference? Now, for your contract, include something like, communication will be via email during business hours with responses within 24 to 48 hours. Design revisions beyond the agreed scope will be charged at X pounds per hour to ensure the project stays on track and on budget. Now, when a client pushes back, and some will, stay calm and professional. Oh, I really understand that you're excited about the project and I want to give your questions the attention they deserve. Let's schedule a proper time to discuss this so that I can give you my full focus. Now, if they want changes beyond what was agreed, of course you need to be clear about the additional cost. So I'd be happy to explore that option with you, but since it's outside of our original scope, of course it's going to be an extra X pounds. Would you like me to prepare a quote for that work? Now remember, clients who respect your boundaries are typically the ones who value your expertise too. And those ones that push back, just remember they might not be the right fit for your business anyway. So here's your action plan. Firstly, you're going to draft your communication policy. So what are your working hours? How will clients reach you? And what's your response time? And then secondly, you're going to review your current contract. So does it clearly outline boundaries around communication and revisions? And if not, it's time to update it. And thirdly, practice your boundary setting language. So write down how you're going to explain your policies to new clients and also how you're going to handle that pushback professionally. And then finally, I want you to start implementing this with your next new client. So don't try to retrofit boundaries into an existing relationships where you've already set the expectation that you're available 24/7. That's much harder. So you're kind of going to have to suck that up. But start fresh with new clients and gradually shift that dynamic with the existing ones. Now, if you'd like to get your hands on our contract, which has all of this built in, then just drop the word contract below and we'll send you a link where you can read all about it. If you've enjoyed this video and find it helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. I'll see you next time.